Hello everyone, welcome to Barca News. It is September 17th, 2024, and Barcelona have released their third kit for this season. And I'm gonna tell you what is it based on and why the Nike logo is vertical. Also, Fermin Lopez has gotten re-injured and will be out even longer than initially expected. And finally, a Supreme Court judge in Spain has accused Real Madrid of financial doping. We have a lot to discuss, so let's begin. Hello everyone, welcome to the channel. My name is Mo. And before we begin with the news, just a quick reminder to make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and drop a comment. All of this helps this channel continue to grow. Also, if you are looking for any Barcelona jerseys or merchandise, including Barcelona's third kit, make sure you hit the goal kit, skip bag, or fanatics. And if you are looking to place any sports bets, make sure you hit the bet us. All links are down below in the description. Now I begin this video with the news that Barcelona have officially released their third kit for the 2024-2025 season. And this is what it looks like. It is green, or I should say different shades of green with the blue logos and with the Nike swoosh sign facing upwards in a vertical manner rather than its horizontal manner. And I'm gonna tell you what this jersey means and why the Nike logo is facing upwards. Now, this is the official statement of Barcelona explaining their third kit by saying this season's third kit symbolizes prosperity, growth, and progress in the fight for equality. Green, known for its connection to hope and rebirth, represents the dawn of a new era of equality and solidarity among women, and reaffirms the club's commitment to a prosperous future through an unbreakable alliance. One of the new features of this vibrantly powerful green shirt is that the logo of Nike, the brand that has dressed the club since 1998, has a double vertical Blaugrana swoosh that represents the acceleration of the women's game and how Barca is such a leading exponent worldwide, thanks to the team's sporting achievements and its distinctive style of play, so recognizable by fans all around the world. So there you have it, folks. Now you know why the jersey is green. It's the symbol of hope and growth, which symbolizes the equality between men and women in the sport of football. And the reason the Nike logo is facing upwards because it symbolizes the trajectory of women's football and its growth, which I do agree, women's football has grown a lot in the recent years. And well, one of the leading clubs that's leading the movement or that's leading the charge to grow women's football is, of course, FC Barcelona, because we have the best women's team in the world and we have some of the best women players in the world, such as Alexia Putellas and Aitana Bonmatí. Now, I have to say, I really like the concept behind the jersey, you know, to have a jersey that symbolizes women football, its growth, the equality, etc. But what I don't like, it's the design. I think the different shapes or shades of green, to me, it kind of looks like a block of white cheese that has grown mold, where some spots are more moldy than others. That's what it looks like to me. I would have preferred if the whole jersey was the same shade of gray, like the whole shade of green. Like if it was the darker green, if the jersey was the entire jersey was that darker green, I think it would have looked better. But of course, I am curious to hear you guys' thoughts and opinions. Let me know down below in the comment section. Do you like the third kit? Yes, no, and tell me what's your reasoning behind your answer. Now, more news, because Fermin Lopez, ladies and gentlemen, has gotten re-injured and will be out for longer than initially anticipated. Now, Fermin Lopez got injured during the FIFA international break where he injured his right leg. As such, Barcelona were expecting him to be out for around 3 weeks. Well, today he rejoined the group training. As you know, when players are finalizing their recovery, they start doing part of their training with the group. And today, Fermin Lopez got reincorporated into the group training. And while doing training, he injured his other leg, which is the left one. His right one was already injured. Now he's injured his left one, which means that Fermin Lopez will be out for longer than initially anticipated. They're saying 3 weeks, which means that Fermin Lopez will not be back. I'm saying 3 more weeks, which means that Fermin Lopez will not be back until after the FIFA international break in October. We know that break ends on October 20th when Barcelona will face off against Sevilla. So that's when Fermin is expected to come back, which is of course a big blow to the team because it's reported that Hansi Flick was hoping to count on Fermin Lopez in the place of Dani Olmo. But now that he's going to be out longer, Flick will have to find a new solution. So definitely a big blow for the team. But I guess the silver lining, just like the silver lining with Dani Olmo, at least we know Fermin Lopez will not participate in FIFA international break. And after all, I mean, I'm not surprised that he's gotten re-injured. This player has not rested. He played the entire second half of last season. He left to the Euros, and you might say, well, he didn't play that many matches. He only played 1. True, but he was still training. He was not resting. From the Euros, he went to the Olympics where he played every match. From there, he only took, I think it was like a 10-day vacation and then came back to Barcelona. So I'm not surprised that he has gotten re-injured. And I think Barcelona needs to be a lot more careful with these kind of situations. But more importantly, the player himself too. He needs to be careful because remember, it was Fermin who opted to go to both the Euros and the Olympics, where Lamine only went to Euros, Cubarsí only went to the Olympics. Plenty of examples of that. Pedri, same thing. But I think Fermin Lopez, I understand he's 21 years old. He wants to play it all. But these players need to also think that, yes, you want to play, but if you want to play for a long time, you have to be more careful about how many matches you end up playing. I mean, we all could learn a lesson or two from Pedri, and I think hopefully Fermin Lopez has learned his lesson here. Now, speaking of injuries, it's reported that Hansi Flick could call up one of the Fernandez cousins for the Champions League. Now, you've already heard by now the names Gia Fernandez and Toni Fernandez, 2 cousins who are absolutely killing it in the Barcelona academy. Of course, Gia Fernandez is more of a midfielder, a box-to-box midfielder, if you may. And Toni Fernandez is more of an attacker, more of a dribbler, someone who can play in all front 3 positions on both wings and as a center forward. The 2 of them have been absolutely killing it in the academy. And in fact, Flick ended up calling them up to the preseason tour. And so far, Flick has been calling them up to all the trainings with the first team. And given Barcelona's injuries, the reports are that Flick will call up one of them to the Champions League match on Thursday against Monaco. We don't know who. My feeling is gonna be probably Guille, since we do have a need for more midfielders, since, you know, now Fermin, Olmo are injured, Frankie and Gabi still injured. My feeling it will be Guille, but I do want to hear you guys' thoughts. Who do you think Flick should call up? Should it be Guille? Should it be Toni? Let me know down below. Now, the last bit of news is this kind of a bombshell news that went under the radar, but a Supreme Court justice in Spain has accused Real Madrid of financial doping. Now, the judge that we are talking about is this guy you see on your screen. His name is José Antonio Martín Pallín. He's a Supreme Court justice, so not just some hack off the street making these accusations. This is a legit legal mind, a big legal mind in Spain, and he has accused Real Madrid of financial doping. Now, let's look at the statements of José Antonio Martín Pallín. This is the first thing that he was talking about. He said, noise is a crime against the environment. In addition, the responsibility will have to be transferred to the mayor. Hopefully, there will be a truce, and let's see if they correct it. It is unfeasible to soundproof the Santiago Bernabeu. Absolutely unfeasible, according to the technicians who are working on it. Now, you might be wondering, what exactly is he talking about? Well, he's talking about the soundproofing of the Santiago Bernabeu because the Real Madrid Stadium, it's located in the middle of the city of Madrid. And as such, by the laws of the city of Madrid, they have to soundproof it because that stadium is now holding all kinds of concerts and events. So they have to soundproof it in order to prevent noise disturbance to the neighbors. Now, and the judge is saying that not only has Madrid not done that, but in fact that it's impossible to do it according to the technicians who are working on the stadium. So in other words, Real Madrid are in clear violations of the laws of Madrid, but of course the mayor not doing anything because it's Real Madrid, and in Spain, Florentino Perez has more power than the king of the country himself. Now this is not the big accusation. The big accusations comes later, where the judge talked about financial doping, and this is what he meant. Another problem with that of financing of financial fair play, so he's talking about there's another problem, and that's the financial fair play. And he says because it is doping with public money, with car parks and with activities that are not football or sporting. So Madrid can even have more problems with UEFA. Now the judge is saying that under the rules, because Madrid are now holding all these events, making money off concerts and all kinds of events that are not related to football, they are financially doping because they're using that income that they're making off non-football activities and counting it towards their financial fair play, because financial fair play is based on how much money a club makes. And in doing this and using money made off non-football related activities to boost their financial fair play, the judge is saying that Madrid are financially doping and that they are in violations of UEFA rules. So really interesting accusations by this, again, Supreme Court Justice, not some hack off the street who is first accusing Madrid of violating the City of Madrid ordinance as far as noise pollution, and also saying that they are violating financial fair play rules because they're using money to boost their financial fair play from non-football related activities, which is a violation of the UEFA rules. And surprise, surprise, of course, this news went under the radar. Nobody is reporting about it. But if it was Barcelona, you can bet your butt that this would be headline in every single media outlet, every newspaper, magazine, you name it. But this is the Florentino Perez La Liga where we currently play. Anyways, that is all the news for this video. I will be uploading another video in a bit, so stay tuned to the channel. Don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, drop a comment, and as always, Visca Barça.